All right, so we got this R32 GTS4 right now. I've done a mild fuel system upgrade, air motive regulator with all the fittings, and 660cc injectors. It's got a blow-off valve, a filter, and then an ECU Masters EMU. And it runs pretty good, but we're doing a GT2871 RS T31 6.3 AR turbine and 60 compressor, and then we're going to do a GTR intake manifold on it. Lots of fabrication, front mount intercooler. Should turn out pretty sweet. So this is the last time it'll be on the stock crappy side mount, and then we can turn the boost up. Should be pretty fun. Oh yeah, we're also going to make all that look better. No more flaky 25-plus-year-old paint. So, and we might do a GTR front bumper and hood, because that's what he wants. And then coilovers and wheels, maybe to follow. We'll see. But this is good for now. Alright. This is RB20 lower intake plenum. Collector, manifold, whatever. Going to cut along these marks here, get it roughly where it needs to be, and then we're going to do some custom stuff with it. Have probably a 1/2-inch flange that sits right here, 2 runners a piece, and then the GTR RB26 throttles will get grafted to it, and we'll have a forward-facing plenum for an RB20. Just a neat little project we're going to try out, and should turn out pretty good. Alright, it's a rough cut. That doesn't matter so much because this is going to be sat on a lathe, which is going to come and even out all these faces. And then we're about to trace out a template so that we can attach the GTR throttle. So I have a plate here, plate there, a plate there. And then I had to cut the water neck off, which will be recut at an angle so that we can fit cylinder temp and gauge. And it'll clear the ITBs, and then we'll port match each one of those so the airflow's decent. But those are the original chunks, and then made a mess with the bandsaw and that guy for the ones we couldn't fit because it was too wide. So take it to the machine shop here in a few hours. Yeah. These are the donor throttles off of a GTR R32, and we got a nice intake manifold. Got that powder coated here in town at Hot Rod Powder Coating over by the airport. You can Google them. They did a badass job. They also did our valve covers and a bunch of other pieces, which you'll see later. So we'll test fit these now. Alright, so I got them kind of mocked up. Essentially the throttle cable now runs to this bell here, and instead of one crappy small throttle body, you have all 6. This will help improve throttle response and also a little bit of air distribution. On the earlier models, they had some lean out issues with these last 2 cylinders, and then we'll see how it works on the 20. I know the Nismo plenums are a little bit different, but it's better than stock, so let's see how it fits on the car. Alright, you'll have to excuse the messy state of affairs the disassembly process is in, but chocolate hammer, you can see these guys fit right at home. Got plenty of clearance on my master cylinder, and I've got plenty of room up to about this hash mark to mill this down, and then we'll have our 1/2-inch flanges machined, welded in place. So this will be machined, Then we'll weld the flanges on. Then we'll deck it again to ensure we have a true straight across all 6 cylinders. Then we'll have our ITB gasket there. And then I'll have to drill and tap the underside of these because I think it'll look better. And run a vacuum rail and a block that runs to the back for our fuel pressure regulator, the blow-off valve, and a couple of other miscellaneous things, and our map for our EMU system. But yeah, then we'll clean it up, make it look nice like this. And this thing that's nice about this conversion too is we can keep our stock top feed fuel rail that's running those 660cc injectors. And this had to be cut because we run into clearance there, and there's a little problem with that. And the back side here is where our throttle position sensor is going to chill out, which is fine. I'll probably extend the harness a little bit, and then weld that at an angle, and then we're probably going to have to cut, well actually, yeah, the water neck is going to have to be, probably can't see it, but the water neck for the thermostat is going to be cut and then moved down a few millimeters, maybe 5 to 10. But we had to do that on the other RB20s that we do stuff. And then we'll have our bigger turbo, external wastegate on the flange for the stock exhaust manifold, which we'll have to preheat and nickel rod weld. But yes, progress.
actually pretty gnarly there. Had to fucking back out of it. And that's all-wheel drive too.
Luckily I haven't eaten in a while. I would have ruined his seats.